Okay.
Whoever made this, well, it's supposed to be gnostic based, right? Nagamati based.
Yeah.
They've taken it to the extreme of what we talk about, and that even and so the Garden of Eden was created by Sludge Boy as like a trap, all right, and the Tree of Knowledge was us, or was Adam and Eve, discovering that they weren't supposed to. That was the knowledge of them being in a trap, and when that Sludge Boy was pissed off that they were onto him, and so he banished them and said you can die now and everything like that, because they weren't supposed to find out that it was a trap. What he got, the Garden of Eden was a trap that he'd made.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that was the banishment. And this is all a punishment.
A punishment. Because that's the Gnostic belief, isn't it?
And Jesus came to say, at a certain point through it all, to say, okay, well, just bringing you an update.
Yeah.
That this is the next stage, and so all things come to an end. All things will change. I'll see you later. And so now it's 2,000 years later. But it's an interesting take on it. That's that it's like the Bible story in reverse. It's just but it's in line with what we're saying about how Sludge Boy's got the whole thing. And I hadn't thought about it in that context, that extreme, that even the guy, but it makes sense. Yeah. Well, it fits into that.
Yeah.
And that was, see, this, I could never accept, never, ever, even when I was a kid, this whole idea that it was about this little story.
Yeah.
Of Eve eating a piece of fruit, and then God got mad, and now all these bad things happen. Even as a kid, I thought, no, there's something seriously wrong with that.
Yeah.
And as I got older, I started to think, how is it that all these adults, for all this time, have bought this, buying into this and taken it literally? And I've just got more and more kind of like dumbfounded and astounded and confused through the years, watching all these eminent people with degrees and symposiums. Hey, I've got something to say. Hey, give us your money, you cunt. It's like, and just watching it, I think, and this story, how it's, you know what I mean? And then over the last few years, well, especially because of the internet, you get exposed to other people with similar kind of ideas, and then how, like, converting it to metaphor and allegory, and stories from the Bible aren't really literal. And so in the last 20 years there's been that shift away from the literal, the exact every word thing. Been a shift to the more of the new age thing has come on, and now with science and metaphysics and quantum physics and epigenetics and everything.
Yeah.
Now there's the whole idea that the stories represent aspects of human nature.
Yeah.
So there's 8 billion people in the world, right? So you could say there's 8 billion different versions of reality.
Yeah.
Okay? 8 billion different interpretations of what went on, right? All a little bit different. Okay? Now that can be depressing if you haven't got a plan. So, and especially if you're thinking, if you're the kind of person that needs someone else to have similar ideas to you, or to be saying something that you resonate with. If you're the sort of person that needs like validation or, you know, communication with other people, and you're trying to find the truth, you're not going to get it.
No.
You're not going to get it. It's all about this. It's solitude.
Yeah.
Solitude, silence, breathing, heart. Because you won't find anyone that sees it like you see it.
Yeah.
You know? And most people are willing to compromise because they've got their security to think of the world, right?
Mm.
But if you're not like that, we'll then eventually come to understand that, okay, it's in the silence.
Yeah.
That's where it is. It's not in the videos, in the testimonials, or, you know, in the lectures, in the opinions. It's not in any of that, because they are no different than you or me. All right? And the only way they're going to find it is in the silence. And while they're making a video and talking about it, they're not in the silence.
True.
You know?
No, they're not in the silence. That's true. It's just babble.
But no one wants to watch a video of someone just sitting there being silent unless they're a Buddhist.
Yeah.
I thought about something the other day. Like, we're in this world, okay? We're surrounded by all these sensations and pleasures and impulses and desires and responses and everything, okay? It's all around us.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Now, the two greatest teachers that we've had, that's Buddha and Jesus, they're the two main ones, okay?
Yeah.
Both of them told us not to have anything to do with any of it. You know, it's like our two greatest teachers said, no, you are nothing to do with any of that. You're not of it. You're in it, but you're not of it. It's all suffering. It's all bad. Just no, have nothing to do with it. And it's like, and they're our two greatest teachers. And we're surrounded by this stuff. And we're not supposed to touch it, according to our two greatest teachers.
I agree.
Not supposed to have anything, not supposed to totally disrespect it. It's all rotten to the core. There's nothing in it. It's vanity, it's suffering, so what are we supposed to do then? So in other words, you've got to become like them. So, but there are other points along the line, like we haven't mentioned about Enoch. Okay, so he wasn't Jesus or Buddha, but he was something else that obviously had something. So, like I said, we've talked about this before, you know, and it must, I just keep coming back to it, had to be some kind of special kind of humility.
Yeah.
Special kind of humility. Somehow, like, if Sludge Boy has, like, infiltrated the ego,
Yep.
then there's no way God could approach that darkness, okay?
Yep.
But if Enoch had totally managed to squash his ego, like Jesus said, if your eye be full of light, if your eye has light, then your body will be full of light. How great is that light? I suppose it's something like that. Some special kind of humility that just completely blocks the ego.
Yeah, what I like about Enoch, he was up against the structural system of the day and all the creature feature and legions of demons. He didn't escape it like a Buddha did. And he was operating on the ancient practice of Melchizedek, not the modern day bullshit version. And he cast out all of that. He was taken up, and he roared in the spirit of the tongues, not the babble tongues to say that's bullshit.
But what was it about him?
Well, he lived in
different?
he lived in a civilized world, and he beat the system. Most people are in destruction.
Well, we live in a civilized world too, supposedly.
Yeah, but we're not getting the silence. We're not getting the peace.
Why just that one person?
Yeah.
Why
and the whole city
few
taken up. Yeah.
What was it about him? I know you haven't got the answers, but like I said, he's it's something to think about.
It is true. But we should have joy too, and sometimes we do need to rebuke even our own personal inner demons, depression and all that. We can just go into the silence and just meditate for the rest of your life. But if you're going to be part of society and everything, the persecuted true saints unto death, the light may dim, but it didn't go out. They were not shiny and glossy. They didn't seek any platform. They didn't demand tithing. They were humble, meek and submissive. I think in the society where we have to be in the public view, you got to be strong. And I think Enoch was a very good example of that type of strength. But if you want to go into the cave, like the Essenes did, and the Gnostics, that's fine for a time. But you got to face it sometimes.
Yeah, but all the indicators are that there is more. But like okay, so I know the people in the cave. If they find it, what do they get then? I suppose the ability to fly, and I suppose that's what they get. They can start flying around,
levitate.
Yeah. But then what?
Yeah.
You gotta be careful, otherwise you end up someone take a picture.
Well, when the Essenes come out of the caves, they're all slaughtered.
What?
When the Essenes came out of their caves up in the mountains where only goats could get up, they got slaughtered. But they lived longer than most because they knew when to avoid the wars and battles. And
the thing is, if it's all like so easy to get caught up in kind of like the logistics of the story, but whether it's the Gnostics or the Bible, there's a dark entity involved.
Yeah.
In both those stories, right? Now, if you don't believe that, if you're someone who doesn't believe that, say you're an atheist, that doesn't make the dark entity go away.
No, that's true.
Right? But then there are others that say he only exists if you think about him. Right? So,
that's true.
But that's different than the atheist. That's kind of like ignorance. So it's got to be one or the other. Right? Now, I'm thinking that through history, there's been a lot more people with faith than there have been atheists.
Yeah.
Right? So, the people with faith have got the numbers, but then there's so many different versions of faith, of their faith, of the idea. So many different versions. And everyone's got a take on it, on their bit of their version.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking circus, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they're writing books and, buying planes and swimming in pools and having barbecues. So But just they might have a particular lifestyle, but if they're not kind of like believing the right thing, that doesn't make what they're doing right.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that we've always been told that there's more. Okay, greater things than these you will do. You know, always been told there's more. There's more. The Kundalini, you know.
Yeah.
All that, you know, because I said greater things than these you do, and the world has not seen.
Yeah.
So there are all these hints that there's more. Right?
That's right. The earth, the wind, the fire, the water, all within us. To activate.
So then you got to ask yourself, well, what's the mechanism to activate that?
True. For how long too?
Eh?
And for how long? People activate it and they go back
Yeah,
like
we'll see.
Dog to the vomit.
That's the thing. It may, when you do it, it may be instantaneous, and it may be something you could have done years before.
Yeah.
But you didn't do it. But when you finally did it, you realise I could have done this years ago.
Like when you laid on a hospital bed in a coma and come out of it, you felt peace, you're full of light, your mother saw it, you said you're free of, you didn't even need to smoke, you just lay there. And
light was shining out of me.
But we go back. We go back to the world because it's expected of us.
Yeah, so I know, I've been trying to get back to that the whole time.
I know. You've been there.
When you're younger,
yeah,
your focus is different.
Yeah, true.
Because you haven't had the experiences of all the bullshit.
Yeah.
As far as you're concerned, it's not all bullshit, not yet. You have to wait. Then you find out it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
There's a layer and layer of bullshit. You pick a layer and that's your bullshit.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Remember that movie? What's life all about, Dad? Oh, it's all bullshit. Layer and layer of bullshit.
Yeah.
And you pick a layer and that's your bullshit.
Yeah.
Remember that movie,
Yeah.
Dustin Hoffman?
Pick
I
your
talked
level.
about it?
Yeah.
You pick a layer and that's your bullshit. That was great. It's all bullshit. Just pick a layer and that's your bullshit.
Yeah. Just like
So when you're younger, it's not all bullshit. Then all of a sudden it's layer and layer of bullshit.
Yeah.
And then I'm 66 now. I haven't been this old before. Then you kind of, if you can, you start to step back and look at all the layers.
Yep.
Right? So you're not actually in one of the layers. You're looking at all the layers. And I suppose that's where you and I are now at our age, starting to look at the different layers. You see, in one sense, I feel really young in that sense, you know what I mean? Like,
the inner virtue.
well, I spent 40 odd years, just trying to make sense of it. So, and I didn't jump into one of the layers and get comfortable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So now still alive, and you too. So I think anyone who's trying to preach, they must be stuck in one of the layers. You know? And this whole, like, so look what we're talking about. So if this See, the gnostic thing, they were pretty sincere, and when you look at all the efforts that the Catholic Church made to get rid of that stuff, burn all those books and those people, kill those people, they were threatened by that, right? And we got, what do we end up with? Fucking Paul,
Apostle Paul. Yeah.
We ended up with Paul.
Yeah, burn in hell if you're not saved or born
the whole
again.
thing, you know.
That's right. Yeah, I agree.
There's so many we're finding out now. See, for 2,000 years we didn't know this, but now we do. It's like the printing press being discovered again it's like the internet is like the printing press being discovered.
Yeah.
All of a sudden people could read books. Well, the internet's a bit like that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden we're getting all this information. You're going to use some wisdom, a lot of bullshit, but at the same time, it's like it's bringing the libraries of the world into your home. And if you use a bit of common sense, it's no different than going to the library and finding a book.
Yeah.
Sure, like there's a lot of scams and everything on there, a lot of bullshit, but if you're not, if you're sincere, you're looking for information, which is what we do as human beings. We get data, and we use that data and create. Mm. That's what we're supposed to do, not just make money for some bastard to buy it so he can buy a bigger house and and have a nicer car. We use the data. See, they keep saying that on the internet, they keep saying at this time of history, there's like people are waking up and there's an awakening going on, a 5D thing, a changing thing, and I don't know if I can feel that or not, but I do feel changes within myself. I'm a bit calmer. Have you noticed that? Do I appear calmer?
Yeah. Definitely noticed it.
And you know what I was thinking? This is just an idea. Why don't we do up our song and put it on YouTube?
The composition one, yeah, that's
our song,
That's beautiful. Yeah, that's worth pursuit. Yeah.
That hasn't got USB, has it?
Yeah.
It has got USB. You can record.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you'd have to do it on that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, if you want to do it, work it up, and when it's worked up, and you've got some space, let me know. I'll come over, and then you can record. I'll listen to you recording it.
Yeah.
And with some input, right? So you can record it on the USB.
Yes, you can.
Then I can take the USB back to my place and put the guitar on it.
Yeah, that's right. Simple. Just a basic USB.
Just the instrument.
Yeah.
And because it would be, it makes sense, I suppose, to come full circle, because that's the one we started with.
It's our energy. It's our song, our first theme song. So, sure.
And you can still remember it, can't you?
I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
I just don't like other people's songs or making that effort because it's their energy. Unless I can play it naturally, I just prefer to do something like that. It's our theme and our story. Yeah, it's our life, you know.
See, what I'm going to be doing is, while you're doing, I'm going to be producing. I'm going to be saying, no, stop. Try this bit now. Okay, try a bit of it now, and then I'm going to be, because I'm thinking of the guitar. So we have to do something that we can reproduce.
Yeah, I understand.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm just be keeping an eye on you, making sure that whatever you record, we can reproduce.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That it sounds okay, like how I remember it, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So if you start going off wild and that, I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
Things
that's
like
a
that.
very,
That's all.
very
That's all.
sacred.
Because I've got a good idea of what it's supposed to sound like. You know. So.
But anyway, that's a door that's open. That's very spiritual, very galactic, very metaphysical. It's nature inspired. It's when we were young. It's got a real special feel, that song. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
And you've already got. You can just put it on your.
Yeah.
So I'll go and put the guitar on it. See, the main reason why we have to be able to reproduce it is because when we film it, it's got to look like we're in the same place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
There's no point if you're doing the bass is coming up and you're doing a trill up here. You know what I mean? It's like it's got to be got to have a good idea of what we're doing.
Yeah.
With me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's all.
Yeah. Well, let's get back to our topic.
And I need to organise something that I can reproduce.
Yeah.
You with me?
Yeah. Well, it opens the door for that realm, spiritual journey we took. Yeah. But, okay, I went and fast for 3 days last week. The pain, the suffering of it, the abyss. And it wasn't until I broke the fast that the bliss come, the peace.
Were you smoking through the fast?
No, actually, I even had none. So.
But you were chewing.
Yeah, I was chewing.
You weren't fasting.
Not 100%. See, this is the thing.
You weren't fasting.
I'm not free of it. No.
I've found out a bit about fasting. Anything, smoking,
stimulation,
chewing,
coffee,
anything that activates the digestive system. That's what it's about. And because there are particles in the smoke, it activates the digestive system, and as soon as that gets activated, out comes the insulin. All right. Yeah. So that's why they mean by break fast. Yeah. Break the fast, because anything goes in your digestive system, it breaks that fast mechanism where until you break it, the digestive system the body is working in a particular system, right? The digestive system is shut down. So it's working on ketones and it's getting the energy from the fats.
That's true.
And if it runs out of fats, it starts eating your muscles.
Yep.
But as soon as you activate the digestive system by putting something in your mouth and like chewing and swallowing and taking something in, it starts up the digestive system, and that shuts down the fasting mechanism, the thing that's doing the good thing.
Yeah.
It switches over to digestion, to insulin, glucose, all that, because it's starting to monitor food.
Yeah.
So if you're chewing or smoking, you're not fasting.
So even a coffee fast is not a real fast.
You can black coffee with a little bit of cream is all right. Apparently.
Even though
caffeine. Not milk, no, but black coffee is okay. Supposed to be fine. And you can have a little bit of cream, but not milk.
A bit of cream.
Okay,
and some salt.
Milk's got the carbs in it.
Yeah.
But pure cream is mainly just the good fats.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't activate the digestive system because it's fat.
See.
Whereas the milk's got any
Carbs.
sniff of carb, bang, insulin straight away. So, but the milk, the cream is very low.
And what
carbs.
about chewing of the nicotine gum? Is that it?
That straight away.
Activate
chewing, digestive system, bang, insulin.
Even normal sugar-free gum.
Yeah, just the whole
sweetener.
It activates the digestive system.
I haven't done that for 25 years. That's how long it's been.
I've been finding out.
I did go
because I want to know about it too.
Yeah.
I need to do it.
I tried it and I just started to hiss, spit, shaking, cold.
You know what, mate?
Fell asleep. I woke up. Oh man.
About 2 months ago, I did a 2-day because I read all this stuff. Okay, I'll do it for 2 days. No cigarettes, nothing, just water.
Just water.
2 days. Yeah. Okay, 4 days. Right. I felt fucking fantastic. Everything they talk about, focus in my mind, everything, the clarity,
detached,
the energy, just like I felt like Superman without the super strength. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the clarity. They said your clarity will come back because your body starts scavenging all these waste cells around the place.
Yeah, eats them up.
And starts cleaning up. Does the clean up?
I know.
And everything starts getting cleaned up. I noticed it. I felt great.
Yeah. I could probably do it a lot longer in nature or forest or desert.
I didn't want to say too much because, you talk about things that loses power and everything, but it's I'm talking to you, so it's a bit different. But I was just kind of thinking that, when I retire, see, most blokes, the first thing they think of is, Thailand, okay?
Used to for me once.
But, like you think I aren't having problems with that. But if we go the other way, I can have a look at this fasting thing, and see I saw this one video, person talking about the two voices, do this, no, don't do this, do that, and it was, so it's not just me, it's
human nature.
It's him,
don't let the left hand know what the right hand does.
So it's always going on.
It is monkey chatter. It's true.
And this thing about because I used to think about they used to talk about presence of mind, when I used to straight away think, well, what if you've got presence of mind when you're doing your bad habit and I'm doing a bad habit, you know what I mean? Like, I used to think, well, how does that work if you've got presence of mind and you're still doing your bad habit? You know what I mean? Like, I know what I'm doing. I'm having a cigarette. Yes, this is the wrong thing to do. And that's what this is all about. Like, that's always going on. Until there's that breakthrough somehow. And if you give up, you're never going to get there. If you just think, no, it's too hard, I'm just going to give in to my impulses, desires, my habits, my programmings, it's all just too hard, I'm here, I didn't ask for this, it's just all happening to me, I just can't. You can either do that, or you can, as I said, try to access certain data that will cause a certain thoughts. See, because it's all about the thoughts. Right? The last few days I've been really noticing how a particular thought can change the mood.
True.
Just by watching it, and that's what the meditation thing is all about. Watching your thoughts. Because most people, they have a thought and they act on it, right? But if you don't act on it, it's a shock to the system. But that's what all the teaching is all about. You don't have to act on it. Most people think they have to act on that thought because they've had it. I've known this for years, but it's another thing to actually put it into practice. I've just known it intuitively anyway. You don't have to act on it. Now, the Buddhist takes it to the extreme, to the point where he's no good to anyone in the world, right? Okay, he's not acting on any of his thoughts, but he's just a waste of space, really. Just consuming air.
Nothingness of it all.
He's just wasting air, right? And getting all the villagers to bring him a bowl of fucking rice, right? So that's no good. And then you get, I'm enlightened, but you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's no good, I think.
Yeah.
And then there's, burn, you fucking witch. That's no good either. Okay,
yeah, I know.
So
another layer.
Yeah. Poor old Gnostics were onto something and they killed them all.
I know. And the Essenes.
Yeah, like all the disciples got killed.
Yeah. Yep.
Except John.
Yep.
So, like, I suppose that must have been over, I don't know, say 50 years. So, within 50 years, they'd all gone. And it just left all these different people wondering how they were going to what they were going to do, how they were going to carry on. And then eventually, the alpha males in the various groups took charge, and human nature sort of took over, and you had your leaders and your followers, and your intimidators and your standovers, and even that, yeah. But so but like I said, the temptations. That's why they always talk about the temptations of the world, and yet we're not supposed to have anything to do with any of those.
Yeah, the feeling of missing out on something.
Like Thailand.
Missing out, missing out on something.
On an experience.
Yeah.
But our two greatest teachers have told us not to want any of those experiences.
Yeah.
So what are we supposed to do? Because look what happened. You ended up with Catholic priests sitting in their little boxes, lonely and cold their whole life, spinning their beads, eating their bread,
whipping themselves for penance, sin,
whipping the little boys,
they need to whip themselves more.
and the little girls, that went on. I suppose that's how they got through.
I know.
The kids.
I know. Yeah. In the system of society and the religion, the old saying goes, if you can't beat them, join them. And that's what people are doing. Can't beat the system, join it.
I saw this video of these women in America, in court, and they were being sentenced to things like 200 years, 600 years, and they were the fucking evil looking fucking things, full of tats, and one said, 200 years? But there better be fucking McDonald's up there then if I'm going to be there that long. And another one said, 150 years, I'm not going to live that long, so I ripped you off. And I was just like, it's like, but they were, they look really nasty.
America?
Yeah, I think, real, like, women.
killed their own kids or something.
Psychos.
Yeah.
They're really bad.
Full of
Worse than the blokes. All kind of like Charles Manson type thing. But imagine women carrying on like him, he used to carry on like all like that.
Yeah. Doesn't make us look so bad.
So there are monsters out there.
Yeah.
As well. So as well as someone trying to work out what reality is, there are these fucking monsters out there. And aliens.
Yeah. Reptilians. Devils, bloody babies. Shit.
And we're supposed to... And then you turn on the video and some bloke says, now I know what's going on. Oh, yeah, right, good on you, buddy. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe and watch to the end
and read
so
my
I get my
books.
rating.
Yeah, publicity, yeah.
So
it's just not humble, really, is it? It's
the reason why I keep absorbing data is it's not a scrolling thing. It's just for information, and eventually I might get enough information that's gonna see. Because of this, like I've got this retirement coming up, and it's like it's going to be different. Okay, so we know what happens to most people in retirement. Okay, you can see them sitting at the coffee shops and stuff.
Yeah,
that's one way to go. But I don't see that for myself, not from here. All right.
Yeah.
There's this huge temptation to. I probably have enough to have 2 weeks in Thailand, you know what I mean? Or I can completely change my whole lifestyle, give up cigarettes and do the fasting and the meditation thing, and it's or I can concentrate on the music, right? I had a real good play today.
Well, that's 3 options.
Right. So, and that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Right. So when I mentioned that about doing our song, it's not like it's something I haven't been thinking about. You know, give it a lot of thought. Because I'm still practicing and learning, you know. I'm finally starting to understand some scales.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, right at the beginning, I couldn't get the note to sound any good. Anyone can pick a guitar and put their finger on it and bing, and a cat can do that, right? They can.
Yeah.
But it won't sound like music, okay? There won't be any timbre or resonance in it. No inflection, right? It'll just bang. But after 50 years, the calluses have got to a point, and all my motor skills and everything, and my understanding of my knowledge, my sort of the embouchure of my fingers. Now it's starting, when I do that, it's starting to sound like music, right? Like a nice note.
Yeah.
That's only just today.
Yeah.
Right? So 50 years ago, I thought, what's the point of knowing whether that's a fucking A or a B if it sounds like shit? Who cares if I know it's an A or a B if it sounds like shit? And I thought, well, but if I can make it sound good, then nobody will care whether I know it's an A or B or not, because it'll sound good.
Yeah.
Anyone listening to it is not concerned with whether I know it's an A or a B, but how I'm playing it.
Yeah.
That was on day one. Right? So the whole theory thing just took a huge back step.
Yeah.
Like, back burner. But it's a bit different now. And I've got my tutorial DVDs, guitar DVDs, and so much stuff on the internet. So many guitar teachers. I've got hundreds of guitar teachers on the internet waiting to teach me how to play guitar. And now that I'm ready, now they can show me something, and it's straight away I can play it, right, instantly, and get it to sound. So anyway,
Well,
so we're gonna. So if you start working that up, start playing around with it, right?
Well, I've had one blessing recently with my mate in Albany. He's the head of the tours down there now, trekking and all that, go away for a week at a time. He's invited me to go down to Albany and spend a week trekking in the Stirling Ranges and camping and everything. And he's older than us by a year, and he's very holistic. Doesn't smoke, but he does have occasional drink. He's not in sleazy bars and stuff, and he's on a really high level. He's not religious, and he's been piercing my soul lately. I knew this guy 50 years ago, so he seems to be onto something. He took me down to Penguin Island the other day when I went to Mum's. I went up the big cliff that before you go across there, and he was describing the ocean and the laws and physics. He's very metaphysical, and I was feeling connected, and he was validating me because he knew I'm very spiritual. He fell out of the church 50 years ago, so he didn't care, never went back. And all I can say is it may be God in a sense showing me that I need to get more in touch with nature and get away from the city and just do that, just for a week, come back, and then he said to me, Darryl, if you're spending a week camping in nature, you probably wouldn't need to smoke all the time, and you don't probably, a lot of things. He said, when you get out there and after a few days, you just start to think, well, hey, let's breathe the air here and sit around a campfire and all that. He's sick. He's older than you and me. All I'm saying is he's more healthier, he's fit, he treks. I was puffed out, mate. He was trekking and when I was with him last, and I was puffing and everything. Man, he's onto something. Yeah. And he builds things. He's got a harpsichord, he's built guitars, he builds boats.
Yeah. He's
got his workshop. He does own his own house.
What did you say, you just heard from him again or something, did you?
Yeah, you know my mate. That was married that Swiss girl, and then she left him and everything. Charlotte and Swiss,
Peter.
That, yeah.
Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
And he's getting that Philippines girl out to come out.
Well, I found out that he's got a fiance, but he still wants to help her, and his girlfriend's pissed off about it. He doesn't want her out helping her, and now there's a conflict. He said, "Oh no," he was willing to for all the money, everything. Yeah, and she's come down on him like a ton of bricks and said, "Oh, you can't go helping people like that. Thousands of dollars. Got to show $100,000 and everything." So it looks like that's been terminated for now. See, he had a fiance. I didn't know that. And she's a trekker as well, and they're both soul nature. They don't live together. They both got their own house. And there's jealousy, see? So, but then he had the hots for the Asian woman, and I don't know, but the woman that he's with is nothing attractive, but she's a really deep soul person, very lovely person actually. So he's torn, the Thailand thing and all that. So men, why not help somebody who's fat and ugly? Why does it have to be help somebody who's misformer Filipina? Somebody that's been up there as a celeb. Why not help somebody?
Yeah, but he was gonna, there was gonna be a fucking something going on with them.
Yeah, yeah, behind his girlfriend's back. So no, see. So I didn't know that, but he was willing to pay.
So what does he want you to come down to Albany or something, does he?
Yeah, he's into the trekking and everything, and he's more closer to the gnostic, I would say, but doesn't claim that. A bit of a Neil Walsh sort of a guy, you know. Yeah, we are God guiding and everything's within us. But still, anyway, I just brought that up because it's just my escape from structured society. So I might be doing that in summertime, not now. You just can't help everybody, can you? You just can't. There was a typhoon recently in the Philippines. I just sent money to my daughter. Everything cleared. And some friend, you know, that pitchy girl, her house got blown away. Whatever. It's an old shack. I can't help. People left for dead. I can't. I've got a daughter. That's my responsibilities. It's just after I sent the money, she needed some help, and now she's pissed off I didn't help. But I try to help people, mate. You try to help people. I mean, you do it to give to people who don't even deserve it, like that Aboriginal woman at the pension office, screaming and every carrying on, and you just pulled out $20 and give it to her. Calm the savage beast. I mean, who does that? I tell you, most people, even pastors, piss off, you're a loser, you're a sinner. But you seem to have these fruits, which is recorded in the Akasha records or whatever, heaven or not. Mate.
Cost me though.
Yeah.
Cost me my voice.
I talked to a guy in Rockingham who went and hugged a woman with a knife, waving a knife around, hugged and said, Jesus loves you, and got a number. When he rang her, Mother answered and says, don't bother coming around. She's alive. She was going to kill herself that day and kill a few other people. You saved her life. And he's a loser to his own mother. His mother is a self-righteous Pharisee woman. He said, you're a loser. You're not righteous enough. You know, she was in the church. And he was just this loser. And he's got fruits. And so he's got fruits. And these are the fruits. And like you said, if you got all the fruits, you won't be judged. If you got some of the fruits, you probably still get the books.
I saw a video where the bloke said sometimes God puts an invisible force field around people.
Yeah.
And I thought of my 2 times.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah,
I had mine too.
And so, someone just, that's what he does, so that no one can get through the barrier.
Yeah, like that bloody sergeant.
So it's not just, it wasn't my imagination.
I love that when the sergeant major in the Hope Hostel in Kalgoorlie ripping everybody off their beds. Get up, march, to walk the plank. Yeah, I'm a sergeant. And his marriage broke up, said he's just living out of bloody backpackers. And he went to pull me out of the bed, and I looked in the zone. I was in the zone. I was not very well. I was just lying there, spiritually focused and lying there. I wasn't going to get up for him. And he looked me in the eyes. He was about to rip me throat out and pull me off the bed. And I looked at him. He stared at me, and he just froze. And he says, "Oh, you remind me of my wife." He started almost tears coming out.
But you didn't say anything to him?
I didn't say anything to him. I gave him the look. And he said, "You remind me of my wife," because he was hurting because his wife pissed off and left him because he was such a militant sergeant major. A loser, really.
Look in your eyes or something.
Yeah. The guy protected me that day. He was just ripping everybody off the bed, throwing them on the floor. Lazy bastards. Yeah, you've been in the zone too. Yeah, I know. I know.
People bouncing off.
Yeah. Coming up and attacking them, bouncing.
This black kid running down the driveway.
Yeah.
Get me. Bang.
I had
that one twice.
I had an attack in McDonald's the other day. This black guy. I was coughing. Not because of smoke. Because when I eat carbs, like all that burger and stuff, I start to cough. It's a carb sugar thing built up. He said, "Shut the F up." He said, and I walked past him and I stared at him and he looked at me and he says, "What are you looking at?" And I knew it was going to be on, and I just left because I knew it would have been a fight to the death. Just because I was coughing, I could have said, "Oh, I'm dying of cancer, have some mercy." I don't think he would care less. And that's happened a few times at bus stops and things. One guy tried.
Just not say anything.
Yeah, just keep going.
That's what you got.
I don't want to lock up in.
First rule of engagement.
Yeah.
Disengage.
They don't care about prison.
If there's any chance you can just walk away.
Yeah.
You've got to do that.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because if you don't,
you'll fight.
If you think
get
you
arrested.
can handle it yourself, there's always someone bigger.
That's right.
But if you walk away and you get protection, there's no one bigger than God. but you have to walk away. You have to be quiet.
I know.
You can't say one word.
Yeah.
You just have to shut up. You can't be there at all. You just got to watch. And I
know.
And you kind of, you know that at the time, you know that, okay, I'm just going to shut up and I'm just going to watch. You know that.
Just walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was having a smoke after finally getting a smoke, and this Aboriginal guy come up to me, just snatched it out of my friggin' hand. And what am I going to do? Fight him? You know? It's like sitting at the bench. Just, what do you do? You know? I said, I have it. Yeah. I only had that one packet, and I, you know.
I don't know how I would have handled that, because there would have been some kind of physical contact. He would have touched me, done me getting a cigarette.
Yeah.
I don't know
been
how
different.
that would have gone, mate. Physical contact.
Yeah.
I've got a guardian.
Yeah. Every day I conflict somewhere in the Western world anyway. So I'd rather sit with a witch doctor in the bloody village. These bloody Westerners, drunken bastards.
We're supposed to be... We've got fucking hydrogen bombs in us, inside us. We're supposed to have so much potential and so much energy. And there are so many different stories about why we're not getting to it. So the YouTube is full of stories as to how to unlock the potential, right? Yeah. But in 2025, you've got to ask yourself, well, fuck, it's been nearly 10,000 years that we've been talking about this. Where's all the evidence? Where are the people that have unlocked their potential? Where are they?
Writing books and getting lots of money.
Yeah?
Writing books.
Yeah, where are they? Yeah. Where's all the people with their potential unlocked?
Yeah, yeah.
In other words, where are the healers, you know?
Yeah.
I said that right from the start of my faith thing here. Well, we got the dogma and the discipline. We didn't get the healers. That bit, we didn't get that bit. Like, and said all these enlightened people. Well, if they're sitting in caves, what good are they? That's not enlightenment.
No.
That's not wisdom, to waste your life sitting in a fucking cave. That's not wise. That's a disgrace. That's an insult to life. Yeah. To hide yourself away to become pure and enlightened.
Yeah, saintly.
That's bullshit, isn't it? Yeah. You know. So that's not it, right? No matter what they think.
Or levitate.
So what? Yeah. The world's going down the toilet. Yeah. It needs people of wisdom and enlightenment to guide the fucking place, right? Yeah. And yet they're not around. There's no sign of them. You would think that, you know, they would kind of just appear on the floor of the UN General Assembly as all the leaders of the world sitting down to take their vote. All of a sudden one of these people would just appear in the middle of the floor, say a few words, and everyone would just be compelled to listen. Now I'm going to speak wisdom to all of you, and you'll listen to my words. Okay, we're going to destroy the nuclear weapons. We're going to end war. We're going to feed everyone. You know, but what is like, that's not happening. You know?
Because nobody is Superman. Yet we got a hydrogen bomb in us.
And you got Sadhguru and all the rest of them, and Billy Graham and all of them. It's like
just all gum flapping or.
Well, it's just there's no like I said, a world full of religion and no sign of God. No. There's nothing supernatural happening, just everyone talking about supernatural stuff happening, but no supernatural stuff actually happening.
Yeah.
And out of all of history, we're still talking about half a dozen people, like Enoch, Jesus, Moses, half a dozen people that kind of had a breakthrough. Out of all of history, the rest of us are just all concerned with, like paying the rent, getting the food, getting some pleasure, some comfort. The stuff that we're not supposed to worry about, not supposed to don't think about any of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's so.
We must get bored or something. Human nature, get bored. I think it's time to give in to a temptation.
Well, see, that's it. You either get bored or you dedicate your life to meditating and breathing and presence of mind, and apparently this is supposed to activate what we're supposed to be. But after thousands of years, where are all the people who are activated? Yeah. So it makes anyone think, well, what if I go and do all that and nothing happens?
Yeah, exactly.
I might as well just fucking give up and just live in the world.
Exactly, yeah.
Because there's no real role models out there. No. They're all in it for something, to get something out of it, whether they've got a good heart or not. Their intention, because in this world we need money to survive. So whatever they're doing has got something to do with getting money. Because whatever anyone is doing has got something to do with getting money, because you've got to have it. We're not on Mars or on Venus, we're on Earth where you need money to live. So anything they do has got something to do with getting money for their security, and that's understandable, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's all biased. They have to put a bias on it because they've got to do something or spin it in such a way to make sure they get their money.
Yep.
So whether they have to fluff the figures or not, they'll do it. So that leaves the seekers just sort of looking at it all, wondering, like if there really is this enlightenment thing going on, or do we just wait? Jesus told us to wait. One day it'll all be over.
Wait
just
until we
there and
wait until
love
we
your neighbour and
wait until we have bloody end up in a coma or something, some accident, bedridden, and you can't move. I've got to wait till then. Like, you've already had that experience, and I've had it.
See, the thing is, if you're going to live a spiritual, supernatural life, you have to be supernaturally pure.
Yeah.
And you and me, we're nothing like pure.
No.
Okay?
No.
And most people aren't.
No, most people, yeah.
So to get pure, you have to completely change your whole lifestyle. And that's not easy to do. And unless you do that, you're not going to get there.
Yeah.
So what do you do then? I think what we should do is, when are you going to start practicing this song?
Oh, any day.
Hey?
Any day.
Soon?
Yeah.
I'm going to go busking.
Okay, you're good at that.
See, I've been playing around with the drum tracks.
Yeah.
Right? And someone gave me a guitar.
Yeah.
A nice guitar. An electric.
Oh, right.
So, all I need to buy is like one of those little
speakers?
Canister speakers.
Yeah, they're good.
But a nice one.
They're cheap.
Yeah, $150 or something, a nice one.
Yeah.
With a USB. And I can just record my drum tracks.
Yeah, exactly.
Under the USB, and bang.
And put your guitar in there as well and play over the top of it.
Yeah. Play over the drum.
It's good,
no
isn't it?
singing.
No.
Just
no, they're good. They're good. Yeah. Good on you.
Oh, that's what I've been working up, practicing.
Yeah.
Working the drum tracks up.
Mhm.
Starting to.
Yeah.
And I can just, when I've got the right ones, I'll just record them together, put them on the USB,
Yeah.
and now that I've got the guitar, and I can actually afford one of those little speakers. So it's just a matter of me actually getting off my ass now, and but see the other thing. The thing that continually circles me is home.
Yeah, the
Right now,
project
that's the other thing
to
that
help
I
and
could
fix
do. I
the.
could devote myself to that. I could make a YouTube video outlining home and calling for people to get on board and let's start this thing.
Mm.
And if that took off, well, that would be the whole thing. Okay. So there's another way I could go.
Yeah, then people would have to put in their pockets and pull out $1. And mate, it doesn't work very often. I tell you, people starting up businesses can get 20 grand from GoMe Fund. I start up a GoMe Fund to raise 20 grand. I got $200 out of it. This is about a year now. $200. And all these people can get on Amazon and buy gadgets and things like, but they couldn't even give me $1. That's for my daughter's education in the Philippines. Man, I tell you, it's not easy. And yet somebody come along, I need money to start up a business and spin it, and they get 20 grand towards a business, but not towards helping a starving kid in Philippines. It's disgusting. People.
Yeah, well, the whole idea of home is me starting a business.
I know, but a home for homeless people.
Yeah, but I have to start businesses.
Yeah.
That's going to generate money to do that.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got all these ideas for different businesses.
Yeah.
So I need to start businesses. So I could start that.
Yep.
Right. So I'm just going to wait and see. And I've got after the hernia operation, just wait and see which way. But when I thought about you and me doing our song on YouTube, well, that's something that we can do anyway. Regardless of what else happens.
Yeah.
That's kind of like something that needs to be finished.
Yeah, well, that to me is spiritual, so that's my path. So
it would be nice to tie that up.
Yeah, that's fine.
And you just put it straight onto your channel.
Yeah. USB stick you can pick up for $8. They're pretty cheap.
What?
A USB stick. They're about $8.
Oh yeah. Haven't you got a spare one?
No, I haven't got any more spare ones.
Oh, okay. Well, you can start practicing the song anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pick up the USB stick.
Yeah. Yeah, so I went into my 3-day fast. I was going to go off a 4th day.
Well, you just drank water?
No, I had black coffee.
Black coffee?
Yeah, mainly decaf, but I did chew that gum, that nicotine gum. But still, I did lose a bit of weight. But
did you have any cigarettes?
I think I might have had about 2. I had my last 2, but broke it, but then went back. I got through the 3 days, and as soon as the 3rd day was up, Mum's ringing me, people ringing me, and saying, "Oh, where are you? You're ignoring me." It's like, how do you go more than 3 days? You got to literally detach from people.
Did you see my message on Facebook?
I think I did. You did post something on Facebook, didn't you?
Kirky, you bastard.
It was on Facebook. Yeah, I saw that.
That's what I always put. And then I sent one saying, "Are you at your mum's?"
Yeah.
So you didn't answer that.
Yeah, I got kicked out of Mum's for smoking, but I can go back when I'm not smoking. So she was paying me too, giving me $50 a day or